Hello everyone, I am Bachaspati Mem Dhaneshwari Sharma. I am an English teacher of class 9 and 10. Welcome to the class, my dear students. Today we are going to discuss chapter number 11, Tourism in Manipur, from your class 10 English course book. First of all, before we begin, we need to know what is tourism. So let me tell you what tourism is. Tourism is the process of spending time away from home, either for recreation, relaxation, adventure, or it may be for medical purposes or even for business. Tourism hai taragadi ngahak yumdagi ko mapan thoga akoina time guma spend tawbuduneba akoina ga koiba chatpaduneba ko, and it may be for a variety of reasons ko. Anaba yengba chatpa yai, pilgrims chatpa yai, natraga business reason gi chatpa yai, natraga pothaba gi chatpa yai ba. Masibo akoina tourism hairaga khangnai ba. Manipur is a land gifted with natural beauty. The different ethnic groups that are residing in different parts of the state and their rich cultural heritage. Then in Manipur, we have these unique varieties of different plants and animal species. And we have been gifted with a very comfortable climate. So all these factors makes Manipur a state with immense tourism potential. Aduna masigi mahosagi oiba biramba khudol mayam sina amadi akogi unique oiba culture ko siguma mayam sina akogi Manipur se yamna potential laiba tourism gi lamdadi yamna potential laiba mafam ama oiribaneba. Through this chapter we will discuss about the scope of tourism in Manipur, about Manipur tourism policy, its aims and objectives, various steps taken up to promote tourism in Manipur, etc. So without further ado, let's get started. Tourism is one of the fastest growing industry today. Karigino tourism se industry hairise kaigino habado yengsiko. Tourism is referred to as an industry because it provides the required services to make traveling possible. And tourism makes immense contribution. It makes a gigantic contribution to the global economy, and it creates numerous job opportunities worldwide. So kamaina tourism sina koigi world economy da amadi jobs mayam se create tawre harise. In order to support this, let's take a look at the various facts and figures provided by United Nations, World Tourism Organization, and NITI Aayog. NITI Aayog was previously known as the Planning Commission. Huzikti anoba maming ko change tawrise NITI Aayog anako. So, according to the United Nations World Tourism Organization, tourism contributes around 5% of the economic activities. Kamaina economic activities ita 5% contribute tawrino hai taragadi. Tourism industry alone, it provides 6 to 7% of employment opportunities. Employment opportunities mayam pireba. Adunadi employment pi tarde, obviously it will boost the economy. Sentum gi pibam se phagala oidra, obviously natra. Then according to the NITI Aayog, travel and tourism contributes 10.4% of global GDP. So what is GDP? GDP hai tarde gross domestic product habaneba, but we are talking about global GDP here. Habadi akogi world gi oiba GDP sineba ko. So GDP is nothing but the entire value of the goods and services produced in a year. Then not only this, travel and tourism also contributes 12.2% of global exports. Akogi lam amadagina lam amada poche yon basnidana ko atop akoi suppose for example akoi India dagi ko cotton se amna produce tawreng khalasi akoi atop lamda ko neighboring countries kumba natragan atop foreign countries ta dubu yon thok taraga de dubu export haraga khangnai eba ko adubu tourism sina atop lamdagi foreigners kumba ko natraga atop state amdagi atop state amda lakpa gumba ko si meham se tawdoini na Komana, akogi global exports sida mana contribute tawrise mathandana 12.2% ne habako. Then when it comes to global employment, tourism contributes 8.3%. Then when it comes to global capital edikaino capital hai tarde long term assets sibu capital kaure ko aduna global capital the di mana contribute tawrise 9.5% se contribute tawe travel and tourism sina according to NITI Aayog. So now, after discussing tourism at a global level, now let us shift the focus of our discussion about tourism in Manipur. Manipur, as we all know, it is located in a corner of northeast India, surrounded by hills. But despite of its disadvantageous location, it is an ideal tourist destination. Karigino haiba matam sida nehmbra khoigi Manipur sida various reason layeba ngasai sigi magi disadvantageous oiba location se overshadow tawba ngamba aduduna kari akhoigi Manipur se karigi dawbagi da makta ideal tourist destination oibano haibado ko yengminasi ahanbada ko comfortable climate neba akoigi Manipur gi climate se yengune as we experience it is neither too hot nor too cold natra yamna comfortable oiba climate amalai so it provides an ideal location for the visiting tourist ko yamna ingba natra yam saba lamdadi nuaite dana ko koi chatpa gumba da so koi na natra then the next point is the rich cultural and religious heritage of Manipur akoi Manipur da different ethnic groups mayamam laire aduga makoi gi culture unique oiba culture ko makoi gi phize chakcha natra si mayam se lairani then unique oiba khoi gi dharma gi ko different religion mayamam chatnai Christian Muslims Hindu natra siguma mayam chatnabi mayam se profess tawri adugi sigumba tradition mayam se generation to generation inherit tawbagi sigumba rich oiba khoigi Manipur the heritage ama layeba ko so because of this Manipur is an ideal place for the tourists then the next point is Manipur is also endowed with great natural beauty ko natural beauty of Manipur hairagadi we can't skip the Loktak Lake of Manipur, then we can't skip the Shiroi Lili, the Zuko Valley, the Ukhrul district, and the various other hill districts of Manipur. Natra so keep phazaba location and ngasagi akoigi Manipur gi city oval shape ki valley ga oiraga ngasagi chinglon mayam sina ga surround tawraga laiba yamna phazaba natural beauty sina pik thanba mafam amane ko. Then the fourth reason is youths with excellent command over English. As we all know, English is an international language. So if the youths are good in English, then they can communicate easily with the tourists coming from different parts of the world. Aduna sigi maram singsidagi Manipur se ideal oiba tourist destination ni na haidine ko. Then let's now discuss about Manipur tourism. So Manipur tourism was given the status of an industry in January 1987. I repeat again, when was Manipur tourism given the status of an industry? It was given the status of an industry in January 1987. And let's look at the aims of Manipur tourism. Kari aims no haiba matam sida ahanbada to generate employment at every tier. So what does every tier means? Every tier means at every level. It may be a high-paying job or it may be a humble job. Then not only this, Manipur tourism also aims to regenerate our environment. Akoigi environment se semgat sagat pa ko sigumba sida magi aim amani. Then the next aim is to develop the remote areas. Haidi akoigi village area gumba outskirt gumba da lairiba ko remote areas gumba se si develop tauba. And it also aims at developing the women and other disadvantaged groups in the state. So these are the aims of Manipur tourism. Kari neba employment generate tauba, next environment regenerate tauba, then development of the remote areas and also development of women and other disadvantaged groups in the state. But for tourism development, certain steps need to be taken. It won't just fall like that only. So certain steps need to be taken. Okay, so the government of Manipur has taken up commendable steps regarding this. So what are the steps taken up by the government so far? The government has been developing infrastructure, hotels and restaurants. So what do you mean by infrastructure? Infrastructure, roads, buildings, power supplies, siguma mayam sin infrastructure hai taragadi ko. Then not only this, the government is also doing active marketing, publicity, promotion programs, market research. So active marketing, publicity, promotion programs active marketing hai tarde mi mayam sina ko kari pamnari no tourism sina kai pamnari no. Then there will be various festivals, like for example we have the Shanghai festival, the Orange festival. Si mayam se celebrate tawrini tourists mayam from different parts of the world came to visit during these kind of festivals, and this is a kind of promotion of our state. Na tra koi state ki lai jariba culture akwai unique features mayam se exposed to hori ne ko. So this is an example of publicity and promotion. Then what is market research hai taragadi ngasagi customer sing se kari pamge na thigat pado kai pamge na thigat tardi makoi gi satisfaction gi matungina taw tardi obviously the tourism industry will grow in Manipur. So these are the various steps taken up by the government. Then not only this, the government is also trying its best to take advantage of India's Act East policy and the Trans-Asian highways and railways. India's Act East policy say hanadi it was previously known as India's Look East policy. Sigi khudong chaba se launa na bo hotnari aduga Trans-Asian highways and railways di kaino Asian countries se cross tawraga ko chain ga daba highways railways mayam develop torok pa se sigi khudong chaba se lauraga the government of Manipur is trying its best to create a unique brand of Manipur as the gateway to Southeast Asia. Masi se yam kanna huzik hotnari baneba ko. Tourism development in Manipur is further enhanced due to the relaxation and exclusion of Manipur from the protected area regime. And this regime was uplifted since January 2011. So what do you mean by this protected area regime? Protected area regime means it is like a form of permit required to be taken by the non-Indian citizens if they want to visit a particular place. But since it was uplifted from January 2011, now the potential of Manipur tourism has increased tremendously. Another reason for the growth of tourism industry is because of the final battles of World War II fought in Manipur. Final battles of World War II se koi Manipur da su ko ngazagi yamna sigi battleground oigidana ko aduduna sina sumaram oiraga ko Manipur gi tourism gi potential se ko Manipur da tourist lakpagi chance amukene hengat leba kaidobagi hengatli no haiba matam sida ngasagi war do fort tawgram nina many foreign tourists especially from Japan and the Commonwealth countries visit Manipur in order to have a look, in order to visit the place where their ancestors, relatives or their forefathers lay down their lives. Aduna Commonwealth countries they are those countries which were under the British rule, including Britain itself. To make the efforts of the government fruitful, it is the duty of both the government and also the people to generate a safe and tourist-friendly environment, because nobody would like to risk their life in order to travel a particular place. So if the place is unsafe, then who will want to travel, right? So it is our duty and also the duty of the government to provide a tourist-friendly and safe environment. Now, let us discuss the steps taken up by Manipur tourism to develop tourism and to boost economic growth. Kari steps no doko yang minasiko. Ahanbada, promoting Manipur to a preferred tourist destination at global level. So what does it mean? Promoting adikaino ko Manipur se encourage tawba ko ohenba. Kari ohendoiba mayamna pamnaba tourist destination ohendoiba. Not only in the national level but also at the global level. Means but also at the international level. Boki thakta yamna pamnaba preferred oiba mapamama ohenba sineba. Then the next point is creating satisfactory guest service. Guest services customer service. Customer may be satisfied with that, they will feel like revisiting the place again. And not only this, they will spread the message that Manipur is an ideal place to visit. Bad customer service, the tourist won't feel like revisiting the place again. So creating a satisfactory guest service is very much essential. Then the next point is facilitating community participation. Community se participate tauba se sibu ko facilitate tauba. Then finally, facilitating involvement of private entrepreneurs. Private entrepreneurs me amse sisu yahan ba haidi government khakta da tauba na tabu ko. Private ki firms, then private ki tour operators, ko private ki nasagi hotels, kumba restaurants, kumba me amse sibu encourage tauba tourism ki field ko. Adu taragadi akoi ki Manipur ki tourism se it will develop by leaps and bounds. So now let's discuss the mission of Manipur tourism policy. The mission of Manipur tourism policy is to promote sustainable tourism. So let me tell you what sustainable tourism is. So sustainable tourism refers to tourism which have a good impact or a positive impact on the environment, to the society, and it will also have a good impact on the economic growth, and it will also promote Manipur as a state with a glorious past, a vibrant present, and a bright future. Sisiniko sustainable tourism hairiseko. And it also aims at providing advantages to the tourist, then economic benefits to the poor, and overall prosperity of our state. So the broad objectives of tourism development should be to bring understanding between people. Mi amaga se bhap tanahan ko. Second, to create employment opportunities. Then the third point is to enrich and promote the cultural and natural heritage of Manipur. So these are the broad objectives of Manipur tourism policy. So in order to achieve our goals, what we need to do is we need to introduce professionalism through training our human resources. Human resources mein professionalized we have to introduce professionalism. Professionalism introduced through training, and if necessary we have to retrain the professionals already engaged in the tourism industry. So with this, we have come to the end of today's discussion. Before we end, let's take a quick look at the important points again. Tourism is the fastest growing industry in the world today. And Manipur has, huge potential for tourism due to its scenic beauty, due to its favorable climatic condition, and also because of its strategic location. The Manipur tourism policy aims at providing economic benefits. Then it also aims at providing overall prosperity and also sustainable tourism. And the government of Manipur is trying its best level to create Manipur as a unique brand of tourism. And we people need to give a helping hand to the government in order to provide a safe place for the visiting tourist. So that's all for today. Thank you, everyone.